Sexy Mike.
Sexy Mike.
I don't know why I call him that.
I don't know why you think he's sexy. And he's got Joe Mixon, who's going to come back once he's not injured. I think it could even be this week. So, have you been receiving any trade offers? Because there's been one member that has been really, well...
Has it been David?
Boompa, I don't even consider his trade offers because they're just the most...
They're always just to poke the bear.
Yes. Obviously, things can change, but as of Wednesday night, Mark is a 23-point favorite.
The Mr. Unlimited Award this year goes to none other than... Sam.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Keeper Chronicles. This is our Week 8 recap. We got a lot to say tonight. Before we get into it, I've got to introduce my guest. This is, of course, Jacob Ambrose. Welcome back to the podcast. Glad to have you on. This was a fun week in our fantasy league, I feel like.
No.
Not for certain people.
It was not the best week for me, but poor Cam.
Yeah, Scatty. Cam Scatty. I mean, yeah.
It was a very interesting week when the dust settled. I'll give you that, though.
Yes.
Before we get started, Luke, do you have any bones you need to pick? Any frustrations you need to air?
No, not really. I mean, I've got one that I need to bring up in due time.
Okay.
The namesake of this episode.
Oh, okay. Well,
what's your bone to pick?
I don't know if it's a bone to pick, but I want your opinion. Did you watch the Vikings game?
Yes.
Do you think it was coaching malpractice to leave Carson Wentz in for as long as he was in?
Have you heard the severity of his injury?
Yes.
And what it was? And what they knowingly put him through?
What he knowingly put himself through.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. But at some point as a coach, you say, you just don't play. Let's put in Max Brosmer.
And you've heard the conspiracy theory. Oh, yeah. I've talked to you about the conspiracy theory.
Remind me what it was?
If Max goes in, he's never coming out because he is the best quarterback on the roster.
Did you see who we signed another quarterback today? His name is like Jonathan Walford or something.
Oh, yeah, John Wolford. Yeah.
Yeah.
He started a playoff game.
Great.
For the Rams
I'm
with Kevin O'Connell.
So excited.
Okay.
I hate everything about the Vikings right now. That's my main bone to pick.
Okay. Well, I wanted to just, as we dive into the week, I'm going to fast forward to after the dust is settled. The playoff picture is really interesting. I don't know how much attention you pay, and both of the Miltimore boys, since you kind of have some clear separation going on.
Mm-hmm.
But with Sam winning and Benton winning, and so because of those, the Cheese Whiz lost, Boompa lost, and I also lost. The battle for fourth place, so Cheese Whiz currently has 4 wins. I have 3 wins. Sam has 3 wins somehow. Boompa and Benton both have 2 wins. They're all very much in it.
Definitely.
Last week, I think we were ready to write off all 3 of those bottom teams, and
yep.
I would not say that they're out of it now. I mean, Sam has the same record as me.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and only 2 games back from yours truly.
Right, which is third place. One game back, 1 game out of playoffs, 2 games out of third place. Yes. So, I mean, a lot changes in 1 week.
Definitely.
So let's dive into it. Let's go to this week's games. And we like to start with you because you're the first one on your list.
I'm the first one on my list. Yep.
Do you want to start with you, or would you rather?
Yeah, we can start with my team.
I didn't know if we wanted
to
tackle the gripe.
So really, the story on my team this week is Bijan and Baker and Quentin Johnston and Debo and the Vikings.
I mean, Luke,
those were my. I mean,
that's a lot.
Yes, it is a lot, but like you have really bright spots. Jonathan Taylor, Rashee Rice, Tucker Kraft, huge. They carried the entire team on their back. Jordan Addison even, got his little touchdown. Did he get a touchdown or did he just put some? I think he got a touchdown.
Yeah, I think he did too.
Yeah, got some little stuff together.
So what's interesting, Luke, is
and Chris Boswell. Sorry, Chris Boswell
yeah. So what's interesting is, one, Ross lost the kicking battle, which almost never happens with
Right.
Brandon Aubrey. But despite Baker, Bijan, and Quentin Johnson and Debo combining for like 14 points, you only lost by 10.
I know, and it was so close. If Bijan would have scored a touchdown, if Baker would have thrown a touchdown, Rashee Rice, if he would have gotten another one, if Quentin Johnson would have done anything, if Debo would have gotten anything, like there were so many ways that I could have scored an extra 10 points easily. No problem.
I mean, not to point it out, but you sub out Quentin Johnson for Xavier Worthy. And
Oh,
there's
yeah,
your
and I win.
10 points.
Yeah, or Christian Watson at that rate.
Yeah.
Never
So,
would have done that, but
no, Xavier Worthy is at least somewhat sensible.
I mean, Quentin Johnson, in a game where the Chargers scored 37 points, for him not to have a single freaking reception.
He wasn't even targeted. It wasn't just that he didn't have
Was it 0 targets?
0 targets. Yeah.
Oh, the big donut.
Yeah. And so, but I mean, you look at Ross's team too, Luke.
Yeah, I know.
And it's by no means a bad week. I mean, he scored 150 points.
Yeah.
It's not a bad week.
No.
Yeah, he had a couple guys that didn't do great. I mean, Brandon Aubrey scoring 6 is probably season low for him. But I mean, starting Jalen Warren's never going to be great.
Can't. The only guys he could have asked more for, I mean, really just a little bit more out of Mark Andrews, maybe, but he knew what he was getting when he put Mark Andrews in.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Warren, yeah, it wasn't a great game for him, but his ceiling is pretty low, I feel like.
Yep.
But I mean, and the Falcons just scoring 0 points, I guess. That
Still-
was actually probably a shock to Ross.
Going against Miami,
This is another Falcons weird loss.
Well, not only that, because it's Miami, but Miami is bad just in general, but especially bad on the road.
Yeah.
And somehow put up 34 points.
Yep.
The Falcons are just a weird team.
So Ross had a weird week. I'm sure he was actually quite pleased that he pulled out a win. Saquon showed some real colors.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that Jonathan Taylor still proved himself to be superior. He is so good. I felt really...
The Colts line is amazing. Yeah. I'm sure you've seen the picture where it's like, do you think the average man can get 1 yard rushing in the NFL? And they said, sure, behind the Colts line. And it's a picture of Jonathan Taylor in like a full bowling alley of like just room and space. Yeah.
Crazy. Tucker Kraft also. The guy's a beast. He is. Both of his touchdowns that he scored.
Yeah.
He had about 10 yards after contact.
Yep.
I think the first one was actually more than that.
It'll be, I mean, are you going to, we can maybe talk about this in preview, but what you do at tight end and flex if you're going to go double tight end with Trey and Tucker. But
now, I would like to point out one of the things that made Ross's win possible.
Yes.
DK Metcalf, who just recently migrated over.
It was kind of under the cover of night because of promises made by the commish to push trades through, which is fair.
I push trades through because you want them for game time. You make them on a Wednesday. You go, I want this for game time on Thursday.
Who is playing
right?
Thursday?
No, I'm just saying, like you push them through so that people can.
Yeah, I mean,
if you make the trade, you want the trade to go through.
You didn't have the chance for the league to shut it down.
Well,
Not that
I mean,
I wouldn't have vetoed it.
We're not vetoing any, unless it's true. I mean, this if any would be a scam taking advantage of Mark Miltimore.
It's the Ross to Mark Miltimore trades that they're always questionable.
Now, here's what happened. The trade was proposed and was processed. I got it in my inbox, my email. A trade has been accepted in your league late at night. I knew immediately upon seeing what hour of night it was on a Friday night. I think it was a Friday night. I think it was Friday. You're right. It wasn't like a whatever. I knew what had happened. Mark Miltimore loves playing Fortnite on Friday night. That's his thing. And I knew that he was playing Fortnite with Ross and likely David, and that Ross, who is in the full daylight over there in Hawaii still, while Mark is playing late at night. Ross has his wits about him, but he knows two things. You get Mark tired, and you get him distracted with Fortnite. You get him in a good mood by playing Fortnite. You're his son. You can just talk. Hey, Dad, we're just having a great time. We're playing. This is the new modern way of playing catch with your dad. We're just playing Fortnite together. Hey, Dad, wouldn't it be something if we could make a trade happen? You need Rico Dowdle. Look, he's running back number 11. That's his position rank. There's only 10 running backs better than him. You need a good running back. And DK, I mean, come on. You don't need DK. You got plenty of wide receivers. They're easy to find. So many good guys on the waiver wire if you need whatever. Did Ross maybe omit the part about Chuba being, the Chuba's injury being the reason that Rico is running back 11 going into last week?
And 2 40-point weeks.
Yeah. Well, I think I asked Mark about this, and he said, well, I asked him about, I thought he's the backup. And Ross said, oh, no. He did so well when Chuba was out, they decided that he's not the backup anymore. Okay, so they're splitting carries. He's just going to conveniently leave that one out. All I'm saying is Ross is a scam artist, and kudos to him. He does a good job of it. He knows how to get his dad right in the right spot. If any of you want to get a good deal out of Mark Miltimore, get him on Fortnite, keep him up late, and have your weapons drawn and ready to go.
Ross is saying false. That it's a great trade.
I'm going to drop something in the chat right now, in the group message, because this is all that you need to see as it pertains.
Ross is claiming he told him very plainly he was splitting carries. So late night Mark might have dreamt that he's
maybe.
Okay. Well, while you do that, I'm going to move to our next game. And it is going to be a basement battle. 6 Cents, aka the one and only Boompa, versus the Frame Train. Is that you?
No, I'm trying. I think I'm using all of my
Your bandwidth.
computer's bandwidth to try and do this live stream right now. So I don't know. Maybe I can pull this up.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna.
You plow
Okay.
through this real quick while I figure something out.
It's funny. Boompa is known for starting basically all of Buffalo's roster, and he somehow forgot Khalil Shakir on the bench and left, your boy Wandale Robinson. Do you even know who Wandale Robinson plays for, Luke?
Wandale plays for the Giants.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I didn't know if that was still in there. Wandale scored 7.8. Khalil Shakir scored 20.8. Now, Boompa did text me and claimed that he forgot to switch him because the Bills, were on bye week last week. Obviously, that would have been a very big change. 13 points would have put him over the top, but alas, here we are. But, I mean, Bills go off. Boompa has a pretty good game. Would have been better, like I said, if he started the whole Bills roster like he was planning. But, he didn't. So.
Was this an unlucky loss? 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Yes, I believe it was. I have that up, actually.
That was an unlucky loss for Boompa.
Yes.
Didn't think he'd have one of those.
But,
I mean, when you lose to Benton in this this league.
I don't know what that means. Benton usually is the unlucky guy.
Well, right now they're both 2 and 6, so I guess I'm letting it speak for itself.
Okay.
There.
Yeah, but I mean, Benton had guys show up. I mean, Chase Brown is good? ? With Joe Flacco in.
Yeah. Did you see that one play that Chase Brown saved Joe Flacco?
No.
It's actually a really cool one. It was a give to Chase Brown, and Chase Brown was going to throw it back to Joe Flacco. Well, Chase Brown looks back to throw it to Joe Flacco, sees that he's going to immediately get clobbered, keeps it, makes the decision to keep it, and gets like 7 yards out of the play. It was pretty cool.
Cool.
Yeah, Chase Brown showed up. Michael Pittman is haunting Sam to this day.
Yep.
I mean, he even had Jalen Waddle sitting on the bench.
It's funny to me that one of Benton's keepers was Scary Terry, right? And rightfully on the bench because Marcus Mariota was starting.
Yeah,
Still,
right.
he scored 14 points. Not good, not bad. At what point would you have said it was worth keeping Rashee Rice? And I mean, with the way Rice is producing, it would have been worth just benching him for those first 6 games for Benton.
Yeah, I mean, especially considering the wide receiver picture this season so far.
I mean, he has Michael Pittman, Justin Jefferson, and JSN.
Yeah.
By no means is he necessarily hurting.
No.
But you add Rashee Rice to that, and you're like, whoa, that's pretty
But
good.
does anybody really want to spend a keeper on? I don't fault him for that.
No,
Do you want to spend a keep? Yes, maybe keep Rashee Rice when it's Rashee or Terry.
But
I could see the argument.
But I mean, going off of last season, Terry did great.
yeah,
It's just the unknown of fantasy football, right? What in the world is Hannah listening to?
I don't know. She's on TikTok over there.
Okay.
Well, I'm just proud of Benton for getting his second win.
I believe this is like probably the earliest he's gotten 2 wins in many seasons now. Maybe
yeah.
since like the first or second season.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, let's move on.
Pounders versus you.
Yeah, that was a bad one. Jordan Mason, you suck.
Yeah, Jake Ferguson.
I mean, it was bound to happen. This guy was number 1 tight end by like 20 points, so it was bound to happen. Poor Cam, though. Like,
Yeah, it sucks. I honestly feel sadder for the Giants than and for Cam
yeah.
than I do just a player getting hurt.
No.
It's like they had just finally gotten the
and
momentum.
They were fun to watch.
They were fun.
And I mean, Jackson Dart is still fun to watch, but Cam was like
He was part of the equation because
he
he's Cam.
he is CTE incarnate.
Absolutely.
So as soon as Jordan Mason scored 1 point, and I knew it was going to be a long shot for me to win, and then you have some other guys that just didn't do much. And David had Breece Hall, which
Apparently,
good.
fine. Yeah.
I mean, the Jets they're just feast or famine, right? They have to stay in the game to do what they want to do, which is run the ball. And if they're able to stay in the game and run the ball, Breece Hall is going to be great.
Yep.
But like overall, it's not like David's team he had Breece Hall stand out, and his kicker and defense
and
scored.
Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
Really.
His kicker and defense both scored more than 10 points, which is always a positive.
You would have had a very sad score without the Buccaneers defense.
Dude, I can't believe I wasted a 25-point defense game and only scored 113 points just because, but that's fantasy football, right?
Yep. Totally is.
Yeah.
Sad loss for you, but
Yeah.
David's looking really strong. He's only lost 1 game.
Yes.
It's pretty impressive, honestly.
Yes.
And you look at his team and you go, really? You go like,
But they're
Cortland Sutton, I guess, is
they're all really solid players. David has had some good managerial moves on who to start and who not to.
Very true.
I mean, you have to also take into account who's on his bench that's on bye.
His bench
Puka,
is looking really
Jameer, Drake London, who's hurt.
good. JCM.
Nico Collins, who's hurt. Yeah, JCM was good for a couple weeks for him. And like even his starting lineup, Cortland Sutton is, 10 points is not good for him. He's a pretty reliable 15. Right. Tyler Warren, 9 is low for him, and having that be low for a tight end means you have a quality tight end.
Right.
So he's got a solid team. I will say that I was checking the luck standings, and David is a +1 luck. So technically, he's just slightly lucky to be at that only single win. He probably should be 2 losses, but we will not hold that against him.
Well, let's move on to the Well Diggers versus the Cheese Whiz.
Hey, lucky win for Sam. Welcome to the 3-win club, bud.
Yeah, lucky win for Sam. It's great.
Big games. We have to talk about Vidal, who just tore up your Vikings defense.
Yeah, I was just watching that in disgust.
Yes, and Gadsden,
Gadsden, yeah.
who honestly, 18 points was low for the way he was playing the first
Oh
quarter.
yeah, he was looking great.
Yeah, he was honestly. It could have been.
So the way I see it, all of the looks that were normally going Quentin Johnston's way have been completely usurped by Gadsden.
Yeah, I mean he's looking good. And it's not like Sam had moves he could make.
No.
His whole bench was on bye or hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So like this was his team. I mean, he had to start Kyle Manungai.
It really is insane when you think about the fact that he could play no other team and he eked out a win with it.
Fantasy football.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have played me
Yep.
and still won.
Yep. Everybody could have beat you this week.
Like I said, bad week for me.
Mark, let's just check in on Mark and see what did his trade get him out of Rico Dowdle there.
Ooh, 5.4 points.
Before we reevaluate the rest of his team, I just want to bring that up one more time. I
DK
don't know
Metcalf scored 16 points, 16.4,
Yep.
I believe. So that's an 11-point.
and
downgrade.
I've got the screenshot right here, so I'm gonna pull it up. Here we have at 1:03 on Saturday, October 25th,
Central.
1:03 p.m. The trade was processed.
That's not in the morning.
No. I
Oh,
processed it. I
oh.
pushed it through. At 4:00 p.m. on Tuesday, October 28th, just 3 days later, Mark designated Rico Dowdle as likely to trade. So immediately done with the Dowd.
Well, I mean, Ross is not done with his scamming ways. He's trying to ship out. Who is he trying to trade you?
He's trying to get somebody out of me for Drake May.
You don't need Drake May.
I don't need
But
Drake May.
Luke, I did notice you dropped Baker.
I did.
Are you worried about that?
No, I'm not worried about it. His wide receiver core is really hurting right now.
But he's got Mech.
I know he's got Mech. But I just see greener pastures elsewhere.
Okay.
So,
But you don't want Drake May. Who?
I would want Drake May.
Hot take. Is he going to win MVP?
I don't know. I would want him. That's not to say I don't want him. I just know that if I wait 3 weeks,
He'll be available.
he'll probably be available.
Fair.
This is how Ross always operates. He'll try to trade a guy to get value out of him before dropping him to the waivers.
Okay. Going back to Mark's team,
Yes.
Dak scoring 6 points is very abnormal for him this season, especially. I mean, Dallas was the number one offense. But Denver's a great defense sometimes. Again, just the weirdness of that team.
A-Chain and McConkey both showed up over 20 points. Travis Kelce, surprising.
He's back.
Yeah, I guess so.
Life of a Showgirl releases. Travis Kelce's back.
Well, yep. Isaiah Pacheco, the story of the week for the Kansas City run game, Kareem Hunt getting high-value touches.
Yeah, interesting.
Very interesting. Ain't that a kick in the head? Kareem Hunt.
It's really interesting that he's still in the league.
It's crazy. I mean, that was what, 2016, 17?
Yeah, something like that. Also interesting. I mean, Rishi Rice's run-in with the law was so long that they almost missed a play on Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yep. Kind of sad for Mark. He had a 14-point kicker week and couldn't get the win there.
Yeah. Makes you think. Should we have kickers?
You know how I feel about this.
I don't.
I think I expressed this in one of our early episodes.
You were against it, but I
was against it going into the season, and then
you were for kickers going into the season, but then
now I'm a fan
kickers.
because it truly is arbitrary.
It's so random.
The defense, I don't mind streaming defenses.
Defense makes sense because there is some strategy.
Yep.
The kicker is such a random element. You can say there is some predictability, but there's really not.
Mm-mm.
So,
well, that's the recap for this week. Let's get some awards going. First up, the Gritty is going to Benton. Benton, wait. Yeah, I'm right.
Yeah.
Benton's getting the Gritty this week. For a second, I doubting that.
I
coming
know
out of my
it
mouth.
does sound a little weird.
Benton gets the gritty this week. Congratulations on that.
Yeah.
We'll put a little tally next to your name. Hope to see you get that a few more times. That would be pretty cool.
Benton, I have it on record that I have you making the playoffs. So hoping that does happen.
Yep. Best bench. Let me just run through these real
It was
quick.
not a great bench week.
I think David actually had a really good bench, if I recall. No,
No, he didn't.
Boompa had a good bench.
Well, oh yeah, Boompa's winning best bench. He had 2 20s on the bench.
Well,
One
Khalil
was-
Shakir.
Okay, he had Khalil,
Is,
Dallas
uh,
Goddard Dallas Goddard at almost 20, and then Bo Nix, who, I mean, most people would have taken 23 points out of their quarterback. This
And
week.
with an unlucky loss, I'm going to have to say Boompa's going to win best bench.
Congrats, Booms.
There's always ambulances or cops.
Welcome to Lower North.
Mm-hmm. Welcome to Lookout Drive.
The Russell Wilson Award, Mr. Unlimited, right?
Do we just have 3 now?
3 what?
3 awards? Gritty, best bench, waiver winner. Oh yeah.
Waiver winner.
Well, we can do the Mr. Unlimited award.
Okay. You know what? I was really thinking it was going to be Sam. He was saying, I'm making moves. I drafted bad, but I've been making good moves. And I mean, to be fair, he only scored 130 points, but he got the win.
He did get the win.
It's
It's always hard. It is always hard. And honestly, in times like this, I'm inclined to look to myself. It's a little bit of self-reflection.
Trust
But
me,
I think you should win it
I was thinking the same thing.
because we have been very high on your team on this podcast.
And you know what? Just like Russell Wilson, my defense did its best to carry me, and it just didn't do enough. The rest of my team just let the defense down. To be fair, I'm pretty sure Will Reichert got robbed of a field goal.
Yeah, again.
Yeah. But that's only going to be a difference of 6 points total. So
Right.
not enough to make a big dent. But I will take the Russell Wilson. I was thinking it was probably me anyway.
And it's just crazy. Somehow you've dropped to 3 and 5. Like it's weird. It seems like it just happened in the blink of an eye,
So,
right?
should we, talking about records, I went and checked my luck standings.
Oh.
I am just as unlucky as Benton.
Oh, really?
I am a net -2. I have 2
Wow.
unlucky losses, same as Benton. Now, on the other side, we have 2 very lucky players in our league that are +2 with 2 lucky wins. Sam, welcome to the lucky club just to be at 3 and 5.
Wow.
The other one? Can you guess who the other one is?
Ross.
It is Ross.
Yeah.
Yes.
Scams 101, baby.
Which again, we've kind of said that though Ross has a good record, his team doesn't necessarily reflect that record. Running through the others.
He's the perennial pretender.
Running through the others, Luke, you're -1. Boompa is -1. And then David is a +1. And Mark is +1. So,
Count your blessings, everybody.
yeah.
Let's run through. I just want to look at the waiver report.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I
last
already
week?
know who I'm going to give this to.
Last week or this week?
Last week.
Okay.
Ahead of those games, I'm looking immediately. I see Gadsden.
It's got to be him.
I mean, just between, not only is he great, Sam picks him up,
Mm-hmm.
but helps Sam get the win,
Mm-hmm.
and 3 other teams tried to get him.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
it was a race to get Gadsden. So I definitely agree that Sam should win waiver winner.
Yep, absolutely. So Sam, you're going to win that award this week, which you're making moves, just like you said.
moves. Maybe. I mean, he's 1 game out of 4th place.
Just like
One
he
game out
said.
of the playoffs.
Yeah.
You can do it, bud.
He's going to be so angry that we're patronizing him like that.
You know,
Oh, Sam, if you're listening to this, I do have a story. You know how a while ago I was wearing that Montana hat and Sam really made fun of me for it?
yes.
I was at Hy-Vee just the other day,
Okay.
and I'm wearing the Montana hat. And there's a guy who, like, I can see him looking at me, and he's looking at my hat, and he's like, and as he passes me, I hear him mumble to himself. He's like, Montana. That's it. But he was, like, so confused as to why I would be wearing a Montana hat. Anyway, I thought Sam would appreciate that. Preview for the next week. Okay.
Well,
All right.
I think it's also worth kind of looking at some moves that were made, either waivers or later today. JMO's finally dropped by Sam.
I saw that.
About time.
Yep.
I did drop CTE Incarnate, Cam Scattaboo, for Tyron Tracy. Just had to pick him up. Also, Kyle Munungai dropped. I was a little surprised to see Sam picking... Oh, no. It was Boompa. He's just trying to pick on the Vikings offense. First Chargers last week. This week, Lions.
I think it's a good move for him, honestly.
JJ's back.
That means nothing.
Back again. JJ's back.
You can mark me as a hater right now.
Wow. Okay. No wonder Lewis doesn't like the Vikings
I've got
anymore.
no trust, man.
Well-
Also, I mean, it's not on the waiver report that I'm seeing right now, but Boompa did pick up Kyle Pitts.
You know what? I'm not going to lie. I considered picking him up this week, but I didn't want to be the guy that went back with the X.
Here's the deal, people. If you're out there and you're looking weekly for a tight end on the waivers, I have two. Let's make a trade. I've got Trey McBride. I'd give him to you. I've got Tucker Kraft. I'd give him to you.
What's the asking price?
I would hope that you would value them accordingly.
So Luke is asking for a starting wide receiver. One of your starting wide receivers, not a starting flex wide receiver. He is wanting a starting wide receiver.
Correct.
Because Luke does not take low balls.
I will not take low, because guess what? I have started them in my flex, and it's just fine. I can do that.
Then just it sounds
So
like,
I could keep them. But if you're looking for somebody to fill that, and you're just like, I would really like to get
would you consider a flex wide receiver plus a draft pick?
verbal agreement, of course, for the draft
That's
pick.
the only way it can happen. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd do that.
Okay. And I'm being like moderator for the people
Okay,
here.
I could do that. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
First rounder.
First rounders, have they been traded? I don't know if anyone's traded away their first round pick in our league yet.
I did.
You did?
Wait. No, I
think it
traded
was-
my second round for Ross
Yep.
to get Trey McBride, actually.
Which,
Great move.
yep.
Very happy with that.
Yep. Okay, so let's look at this coming week. Thursday night game, Miami versus Baltimore. Lamar Jackson going home. He's from Miami.
I didn't know that.
They make a big deal about it. He seems to play primetime in Miami all the time. All right, where do you want to start?
Let's start. We got Sam taking on David. That seems like a foregone conclusion to me.
You know what? You say that, but we don't know.
Of course, you never know. You never know.
I mean, right now, David has 4 players that are questionable starting. You would think they're likely going to play, but I mean, all 4 of those players are projected 18, 16, 22, and 18. So having to sub out any of those players is going to bring down that total.
33-point discrepancy is.
I'm seeing this. I don't know if let's see. So I'm seeing this on when I'm previewing this, and it has previous matchups this year. And week 2, Sam actually beat David. Fun fact.
Interesting.
Let's see. 124 to 118. So David had a very low week.
Maybe it's time for another lucky win.
It probably was one of Sam's. I can actually check that.
It would be amazing to me to watch
Yeah, it was a lucky win.
Kamani Vidal and Roma Dunze get 30 points each or something like that.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously the numbers say David's going to win, but after last week, I mean, so here's the thing. LAC is going up against Tennessee, who has been bad.
Yep.
I'm not going to rule it out. Of course, David has Justin Herbert.
He
so-
does. If the run game gets going, pass game gets going, you never know.
Yeah.
You're facing up against the Cheese Whiz. How do you feel?
Oh, this is a kind of a pretty important one for me, considering if I win, we're tied for 4th.
Mm-hmm.
If I lose, he's now got a 2-game lead on me.
The question really is, will Lamar Jackson have a good game?
So the last game, well, he's coming off of injury.
Yep.
So who knows? Hopefully he plays for Mark's sake. I mean, I guess he's not even on the injury report, so I would imagine he plays. Last time I remember Baltimore going in Miami on primetime, I mean, it was years ago, but Lamar really struggled picking up the blitz. So he didn't have
How
the
do
best
you
game.
remember things like that? That's
Because
crazy.
they were sending the corner blitz on Lamar all the time, and he never saw it coming. It's actually a pretty even matchup. I know it says I'm projected to win by about 10 points, but I mean, in terms of like who's got the positional advantage, it's pretty even. So I think it's going to be close. I mean,
I still like your odds.
well, I hate that I heavily rely on Dallas, but I just have to at this point. My bench is bad.
I think you've got a favorable matchup with Amon-Ra going up against the Vikes. I do.
Do I?
You know what? I'm gonna stop hating on the Vikings.
I mean, I think so too. I'm hoping that the Vikings stop the run this week. That I think would be a big thing. And if we lose because Jared Goff throws 500 yards, then we lose because Jared Goff throws
Well,
500
if the
yards.
Vikings stop the run, maybe Sam does beat David after all. Jameer Gibbs.
Not saying it's not going to happen. Previous matchup, I did beat Mark in week 2, just so you're... All right, where do you want to go next?
Frame Train versus Ross.
All right.
I'm going to say it. This would be a week that the Frame Train could get a win.
I mean, I guess, yeah, Frame Train still has to make some moves to set his starting lineup. So, yeah, I think it could happen. After moves are made, I think he's going to be a single-digit underdog, just based on some rough math. Previous week 2 was not one of Benton's unlucky losses. Benton only scored 114 in their previous matchup.
Well, he's projected 122 with 9 players right now. So,
yeah, true. I forgot he's got to make his kicker. If he subs out his kicker, there's 8 points right there. So yeah, actually, it might be an even once he makes those subs. I'd love to see Benton win. Love to see Ross go down. Even more, I'd love to see the luck kind of turn against him and have
Yeah.
to see an unlucky loss.
yeah, this is lucky man versus unlucky man. So,
Yeah. Any other comments on this game?
well,
I will say, Chiefs, Buffalo.
yeah, I was going to comment on that.
Okay. Always a great game. Buffalo's defense has not been great.
No. Do you think the Chiefs run away with it?
I don't think they do.
Simply because of the...
I think Buffalo's offense is pretty good too.
Yeah.
I know Kansas City defense is good, but I think that's something to watch.
Well,
so-
that makes me scared for my matchup.
Which is...
I'm going up against the Bills.
Oh, the Idiot versus the Sixth Sense Buffalo Mafia. Got it. It'll be interesting, right?
Yep.
Boompa can go as high as the Bills take him. Obviously, CD's a big part of that too.
I'm hoping that Keon Coleman plays an important part in the Bills offense. Maybe he finds the end zone.
I mean, yeah, your hope is that the touchdowns aren't spread, right? You're
Yeah.
hoping that they're rushing touchdowns either by Josh or James Cook, and that there's no passing touchdowns.
Yep.
Because then there's not the double dip.
Not the double dip.
Um,
Which, honestly, if it's going to happen, that's a pretty common occurrence. Yeah, with the Bills
Yeah.
offense.
Can we just talk real quick that Jonathan Taylor is averaging 27 points a week right now?
Yeah, he's crazy.
Um,
He is still number 2 compared to
no,
McCaffrey,
he's
isn't he?
number 1.
He's number 1 now.
McCaffrey had a very bad week.
Mm.
No, Luke, just looking at your positional ranks of your guys, you have number 1 running back, number 4 running back. We won't talk about your wide receivers. Number 3 tight end, number 2 tight end, and then kicker and defense are
Whatever.
both 4, but
Yeah.
they don't really matter. Just an interesting piece looking at that.
What are my wide receivers? I don't even want to know.
Rashee Rice, which is
Yeah,
hard to evaluate
yes.
because it's all based on total points. It's
Yep.
not
Yep, I do know that.
average. So Rashee Rice is 65, Jordan Addison's 42, both of which served suspensions, but Addison's averaging 16 a week and Rashee Rice is averaging 24-4. So
I'm all right.
you're doing just fine.
Anything else to add?
Is this the week JT gets shut down? Going against Pittsburgh?
Potentially.
Probably not.
Yeah,
Let's
let's
be
be real.
honest.
No.
It's at Pittsburgh, though. Bad field.
It is. I didn't realize that is a notoriously bad field until I heard them talking all about it in the Green Bay game.
Well, yes. And how the Pitt even will tweet about how they're going to ruin the field, like the Pitt marching band.
Mm-hmm.
I hope no ACL is torn. Sorry, that got a little dark.
That would be terrible. That would be so bad.
I'd feel really bad if that happened.
Anybody want Jonathan Taylor pre or post injury?
You
He'd
know,
be a good keeper.
I don't know if you noticed this, Luke, but my bench, I stacked, and I picked up Tyler Algier just in case Bijan goes down.
Oh my. You know. Yeah. I don't even think you need Bijan to go down.
I believe actually Algier did outscore Bijan last week.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
But
It is the curse of having Bijan.
You
Is
just
Tyler Algier is always like waiting, like, hey, I see we're in the red zone. Arthur Smith is like, get out there.
Arthur Smith isn't.
I know he's not. This is the previous years. Arthur Smith coaches at the Falcons.
We just talked about how he's not in the Falcons.
No, not the Falcons. I was thinking red and black team. Buccaneers.
No.
He's on the East Coast.
Yes.
Pittsburgh.
Yes. Good job.
And he's the OC.
Yep. And he still looks creepy.
I'm so surprised I got that.
And he still hates Caleb Johnson.
Really?
Yes.
You remember how Caleb Johnson was supposed to be the next big thing?
Trust me, I drafted him.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. What is it with Arthur Smith hating good running backs?
Well, Caleb Johnson fumbled a kickoff, and that, I think, basically ended his career.
How, though? Give him another chance.
I agree, but here we are.
Whatever.
All right. Any last words?
Nope. That's it.
All right.
With that being said,
Double down on love.
oh, thank you. I always forget what the outro is. Peace.
Sexy Mike.
Sexy Mike.
I don't know why I call him that.
I don't know why you think he's sexy. And he's got Joe Mixon, who's going to come back once he's not injured. I think it could even be this week. So, have you been receiving any trade offers? Because there's been one member that has been really, well,
Has it been David?
Boompa, I don't even consider his trade offers because they're just the most...
They're always just to poke the bear.
Yes. Obviously, things can change, but as of Wednesday night, Mark is a 23-point favorite.
The Mr. Unlimited award this year goes to none other than Sam.